Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bally Springs. I was just getting the barbecue cleaned up here. The all the contractors just left. They've been working hard. Got here late yesterday evening, and been working all the way through. Man, I don't even know what time they started. I was asleep when they got here, and yeah. Anyway, so I just fed them. Actually, one of the guys brought over his kid's old basketball net. I don't have a ball though. Anybody got a ball? But yeah, so just fed the guys. They all took off. They have been hard at work here all day, and we've got some changes around the farm that I can share with you now. We are now waist deep in grass again. Unbelievable how this grows. I did mention before that I wanted all the grass to be uniform, and then we could do one big cut, and we're there now. So we're going to be doing some mowing here later, but first I want to give you a bit of a tour. I can show you a few things, including this. In my morning coffee this morning down at the shop, I was speaking with one of the guys, and I was telling him about my hay endeavors, and he thought I was insane. He said, well, first of all, you should never be trying to ted your grass in the rain. He said that was a dumb idea. He's surprised, or would be surprised, if those bales even function. So okay, my bad. And he said, man, you're in Ireland, you should get a grass dryer. He said everybody's got a grass dryer. He said that's the way it works around here. You don't ted your grass, it's never dry. So that's what we got here. All that hope and trying to get a baler and everything, and so we're still gonna need the baler because we're gonna have to bale straw. Anyways, yeah, so we have this grass dryer now. So and actually this was a comment on the last video from a subscriber who or from somebody anyways who mentioned that tedding, trying to dry your grass in Ireland might not be the smartest idea. Go find a grass dryer. So I'd never used a grass dryer before, so this will be the first time, and I think it fits in nicely here over on the pad, right? So we expanded the pad slightly, but we do have the real estate for it, and we've placed that in here. So now we have a bit of a complex here for grass. We can bring, and of course we separated it with an ample use of safety cones, so you know where to go. But anyways, yeah, so we have the silage maker, the fermenter right here, which is currently holding a couple 100,000 liters of silage. And then over here we have what'll be our grass dryer. So 250,000 liters at a time. I honestly don't know how much hay we're going to need when it does come to time to feed cows. Perhaps 250,000 liters is enough, but we'll find out. We may need a separate silo to store hay, but right now we're not going to worry about that. We'll just run with the 250,000 liters. And if it comes down to that, this map is not shy when it comes to growing grass. All right, over there is kind of the big piece, but let's go over here first. Just while we're driving here, I made a comment in the last episode about May and June are a good time for planting. Well, no, May's not a time for planting anything. Sorry, May was a good time to plant. June is not a time to plant anything. So we're not planting anything until August, if I remember correctly. August and September. August is canola, and then September is barley and wheat. Okay, so those contractors, I got them to do a few things. Actually, I got one of the guys to take away that old combine that was in here, so now we freed up some space here, which is really nice. I got him to take out this wall. It was really tight getting through here. We just had to take out the gate. Now unfortunately, when they went to go remove the gate, it was these metal poles are so far down into the ground that they said, look, you're gonna have to, it doesn't make sense to take it out. So we just threw some safety cones there and make sure I don't run into it. And anyways, we got this opened up now, which is fantastic. I spent a couple bucks and bought myself a water trailer. This is brand new. This is not secondhand brand new. This is just brand spanking new. Bought it from the store. I can't remember. I think it holds like 6,000 liters or something like that. But we do need it for what has been put in on the other side of the sheds. Okay, yeah. So this is really nice, wide open, perfect. I like it. So over here, oh yeah, I got them to take away that old I think it was a slurry tank, I think. Anyways, that's gone now, which is nice. That opens up that space, so we have all this usable space in here, which is great. Those are the major changes around here. Let's go take a drive over here. Okay, yeah. So this is the new complex over here. It's amazing once these trees came out how let's shut this off. It's amazing once we got the trees out of here, how much space all this opened up. So I put in a water distributor over here so I can basically feed one spot and not have to feed all of the silos. So they ran plumbing. I guess there's a hidden pump in here somewhere, and that feeds water into the silos. And now we have our silos. So in this silo, we're growing corn, cotton, and soybeans. Here we are growing potatoes and sugar beets. This is all with the intention of feeding the pigs, of which we don't have yet, but they will be here. So, and more potatoes and sugar beets. Okay, I have some set to spawning and some set to storing. I think what we'll do is we'll set everything to spawning, and then I'll show you where all that's going to go. And that may become aggravating, so we may want to change that at some point, but those are at spawning. Okay, we should already have pallets. Yes. Oh my gosh. I may regret that. So perfect. So we have potatoes and sugar beets growing right here. And then in this one here, we have canola and sunflowers, of which are set to spawn. I put this in here. I had the contractors put this in. We took another tree out, and I had them put this in here so we could store the pallets. This nice big shed. And then it comes around here. Had the guys throw a little bit of concrete down in the alleyway here just to keep the dirt down. But yeah, I think it turned out really well. Actually, I'm really happy with the outcome. So I think it's going to be a real good usable space for us. And I mean, yes, we lost a little bit of field, but I think what we've gained is obviously valuable, in that we've got, you know, the ability to dry our grass now and then grow all these crops, and we've got some storage there. So plus we have this extra pad right here if we ever want to put in like a, I don't know, we want to put in like a skateboard ramp, put a half pipe in there, maybe that'd be kind of cool. Maybe old, but I'm not dead yet. On tap for today. So yes, we're getting a bit of a late start. I mean, we were tied up today obviously with the contractors. Had a great coffee, went down to the shop today. That was awesome. You know what, let's take the hop into the Fiat for, where is the Fiat? Oh, there it is. We'll hop into the Fiat and we'll grab the mower. Yeah, I had a great conversation with the boys. Yeah, it turns out that farm where we bought the baler, if you recall, so that guy wasn't there today. He's actually, I didn't realize, remember when I said that farm looked a little bit disheveled, but it was, how did this get turned around? It looked a little disheveled, but it was and empty. So he's actually moved, so that's why it was empty. He's moved. He's moved out of country, and that place is sold. So that was kind of interesting. So we managed to pick up. That's why, also why I think he wanted to get rid of the baler, so he didn't. Anyways, so probably so he can make a couple bucks before. Oh wait, where am I going? I want to go across the road first, because that field's ready too. Yeah, I guess he wanted to make a couple bucks before. Otherwise, the new owner would have just obviously taken the baler with the property when they showed up. But anyways, I'm happy we bought it. Oh, I think I had the guys take this wall out too. I think this was here last time, wasn't it? We got rid of the swing set, and then I mean, my kids when they come from Canada aren't swinging. I mean, if anything, we got to pick up some motocross bikes so we can go riding, but they're definitely not going to be playing on a swing set. So I took that wall out too. Once this gate's closed here, we're pretty secure, so I have no worries. Okay, mowing. We have every field to mow, and then once they're mowed, we can plan for fields. We're gonna need a plow so we can get so we can make some fields, obviously. So I don't know where we're gonna find that. Not to mention, I don't know what kind of plow we're gonna find with our little tractors. I don't know what we can actually run for a plow, so we'll have to figure that out. That's going to be painful, I think. Yeah, I mean, we lucked out. It's a beautiful day here in our neck of our little slice of Ireland. I'm gonna try not to get too greedy with the mowing in this case, meaning that I'm not gonna go too close to the edges because it does make it a little more challenging well, actually, you know what? We're just basically going straight from mowing to the forage wagon, really. So I can. This has got the swath plate. So it is kind of pulling the grass away from. Oh, what the heck? There's a dog in the field here. Hey, bud. How's it going? Want to get out of the way? There we go. Must belong to the farm over there. It's Willie's farm, so I'll have to give Willie a call here later and ask him if he's missing his dog. I'm assuming that's whose dog it is. I guess what we'll do is we will. I mean, we're limited in the capacity in our grass dryer, in that it holds 250,000 liters. I wonder if that means it holds 250,000 liters of grass and 250,000 liters of hay. Because if that's the case, we could put 250,000 liters of grass, and then as it's making the hay, we can continue to put grass in there until both are topped up. I don't know if that's the reality of it, but if it is, it'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll fill that first, and then we will fill the silage, because I mean, like we've determined the silage holds 2 million liters, which is a massive amount. Just a massive amount. And then I got to figure out what to do for field. So originally I said that I would want to keep this one as a grass field, but I guess it'd be kind of a pain to mow this and then with the forage wagon have to keep running back and forth across the road. Whoa, dog's right there. She almost hit the dog. The grass is so deep. Anyways, yeah, so if I had to keep running back and forth across the road with the forage wagon, we obviously open up opportunity to get run over. It is a fairly busy road. You know, there's the gates and everything that we got to consider. We don't want to run into those. Perhaps what we should do is take this field and turn it into like a canola or a wheat field, nice big field, and then keep the fields that are right adjacent to the fermenting silo and the grass dryer. Keep those as grass, so it's just quick. We mow, we pick up, and we drop. Now, if I remember correctly, the one field there right out front of the pad, I think, is that the one we got? Like, did we get 170,000 liters off of that one? Was it somewhere around there? I don't think we got. Did we get 100? I can't remember now. We're gonna have to see how much. Let's take note of how much grass we actually pull off of that field, and then we'll have an idea of how many more or what other fields we want to commit to the grass. And that dog is right there. All right, everybody, close your eyes. Oh, sorry, man. I just mowed over the dog. So we are still on the hunt for. Oh, you know what? I didn't check the used market. Hang on. We're gonna get to the other. Let's do that right now before we even forget. Let me get on my phone and we'll check it out. All right. Yeah, look at that. Like really nothing. But yeah, we're gonna keep our eyes open for that feed mixer still. Also, I realize I'm going to need some way to pick up the animals. The local dealer here currently doesn't have the capacity to deliver. So whatever we buy, we're gonna have to go and get. So I'm gonna need to find something to do, something we can use to transport pigs and cows. A little extra expense I hadn't considered. The guys at the shop were telling me it's too bad that I started asking around late. Buddy there that was selling the farm where I bought the baler. Apparently he had a really nice, albeit old and beat up, but it was a nice animal transport. And they figured he could put like a dozen cows into this thing. So he had that, but I guess he sold it to somebody before the farm sold. Missed out on an opportunity there, unfortunately. All right, this one's just about done. A bit of a hike back and forth, but you know, a nice big square field, not that bad. This will be kind of cool. This will be the first time we get to mow the fields since making all of the changes to the fences. Like this one that's right on the other side of the road here, like mowing a new field. Wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so much open field here. Yeah, I really don't know yet what I want to do as far as plowing. I don't know. I don't know how much we're gonna need. I mean, I keep talking about growing for the sake of feeding the animals, but I mean, there's some money to be made too, right? So we should, like, I know canola, for example, was one of the products or one of the crops, sorry, that the guys at the shop were telling me not a lot of people grow in the area here. So they thought I could probably, if I was to grow canola, I'd probably do really well. There'd always be a demand for it anyways. I mean, prices obviously determined, the market determines the price, but there'd always be a customer for it anyways. I'd never be stuck with it. They said where there's some crops certain years there's just too much of it. Man, this is one lap so far. Okay, all this room and I had to hit a wall. Yeah, I definitely don't regret putting in that pad right there. I mean, this is an absolute immense amount of property that I'm mowing right now. You know what? I gotta pick up one of those small handheld mowers too, so we can clean up some of these yards. There's a lot of like excess grass growing through pavement and stuff. I think if I got one of the push mowers, maybe we could get that cleaned up. Make this place look nice. So maybe what we should do is when so the field across the road, perhaps we should make that one canola, at least for the first year here anyways. Well, maybe we'll make that a nice big canola field, and then we'll take the advice of some of the locals here and see if we can't make some money on it, because we are going to have to put some money back into the bank here and start paying off this loan. Yeah, so maybe we make that a canola field, and then we have the existing wheat field, and then maybe what we do is we make another wheat field over here, and then maybe this whole section here in front of these, like right that we're mowing right now. This, okay, here, let's go over here. I think I have an idea. Yeah, so grass. So this would give you a better idea because we were looking the right way. So if we do grass up front here, and then basically, let's see how that lines up with the back there. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is this back here will probably be half and half grass and wheat. It's just a question of where the cutoff is. So where this little field is, or was right here that we're about to go through, we should maybe keep this grass. This where we are right now probably should be wheat. Although we got to watch out because these entrances, we have to make sure we leave enough room to get to the other field. Yeah, I don't know, maybe a diagonal line from where those trees are right there to the corner of the pad. Maybe that could be the separation. I guess we'll start taking grass off over here, and once we fill up the 250,000 liters of grass into the hay dryer, then we'll try to get, you know, a couple 100,000 liters of silage, and that'll determine where we're going to cut off our grass field. And then in time, once we start feeding animals, we'll know just how much we need to sustain a constant and enough feed. And then maybe we can expand our operations, like plow out some arable fields beyond that. But there's also that hill too. I guess we could take the mower in there. I don't know that the forge wagon's very stable, so riding it on a hill like that might not be the smartest idea. Wow. All right, let me plug along here, and I'm gonna throw some tunes on and we'll be chatting again soon here. I got a lot of work ahead of me. Okay, all the big fields are done. I'm just gonna grab some fuel here quickly and then go do the small field up ahead there. Yeah, we were almost empty. This doesn't look like it's doing so hot, does it? I wonder when this thing starts leaking. I guess we'll know because there'll be a big puddle. That's filling up. Here, just take a look. Lots and lots of mowed grass. Holy moly. I put these little safety lights up on the concrete so that way I could see them and when the light was low or I was tired. So they seem to be working. They're flashing anyways. All right, let's sneak through here. All right, so this is the field that last time I ended up having a little bit of trouble with the forage wagon getting up and down the hill. And I can't remember if I was doing it in the rain or not, which would have made it slippery, or whether I was just having a difficult time getting up the hill. Which I guess then goes to show that if we got a bigger forage wagon and then tried to navigate this hill, we'd have a lot of problems. So maybe the smaller one is the right one, or maybe we need a bigger one and a smaller one. Bigger one just for obviously the bigger fields. All right, the last few blades and we're done mowing. Bit of a job. What time is it? It's about 3:30, almost 20 after 3. Probably go drop the mower and we'll pick up the forage wagon and then maybe stop at the house quickly. Go run in and make a coffee. Throw it in my travel mug and basically I can sip on that while I'm out there on the forage wagon. It's only 16 degrees out right now, so it's not super warm anyways. It's not like a normal June day. A little nice warm coffee wouldn't hurt. Because I got a funny feeling this, if mowing felt like it was a lot of work, picking up all this grass is going to feel like way more work. Okay, so let's go over to the house quickly. I'm going to run and make coffee. I got a couple messages. Whoa. I'll check those. I don't have a Bluetooth, I don't have my AirPods. I lost them. So, my phone was ringing when I could feel it in my pocket anyways. It was ringing or buzzing, and I wasn't able to get it. So I'm gonna go do that. Let's go shut this off quickly. I will go make myself a quick coffee and I will meet you guys back here and we can figure out how much grass we're gonna take off. So this would be a good time to make some predictions. How much grass? So what did we do before? We did the field across the road and then we did basically this little section. What did we mow last time? So we're going to basically be mowing the same thing that we had last time. Did we have the field across the road or did we only bale that? I think we only baled that, right? So I bet you we got to have over 500,000 liters for sure. No problem. 750,000 liters maybe. Let me go grab a coffee anyways, and I will be right back. Okay, that took a little bit longer than anticipated. So yeah, so I was checking my voicemails and there was a message there from, so that the guy that I bought the baler off of, I can't remember his name. His name is Dave. So Dave is out of country now. He has officially moved, but I guess, so tomorrow the new owners take possession of the farm, which is cool. So we'll have some new neighbors, not immediate neighbors, but you get what I mean, new people in the area. But the buyer for his animal, his carrier, like his transport there, fell through. So it's basically just sitting in one of the sheds on the property, and he doesn't want, if the new owners roll up there tomorrow and all the paperwork kind of kicks in and they take possession, then they're going to get that animal transport. So he doesn't want them to have it. So he was telling me, so he had that sold for 10 grand to the person who was going to buy it. Now that they're not going to buy it, he said that if I wanted, well, basically he said make him an offer. So I said, okay, well, I want to go look at it, but we settled on 6 grand. So he said originally it was about $20,000, and it works. He said it works good. It does need some servicing. The bearings are almost shot. It needs some welding in the door, because if you try to use, like, the door sort of doubles as a ramp, and if you try to run your animals up there right now, it might be a little bit dicey. So it is going to require a little bit of work. I got a welder, so as long as we get the ramp welded, then we should be able to run cattle up and down it. So we don't need to run over there immediately. We do have till the morning before they show up. But I think what we'll do is we'll get all this grass picked up, and then maybe as a last, well, hopefully we can get all. I think we should be able to get through all this today, picking all this up. But if not, then we'll take a break, and as a last duty for the day, we'll rip over to Dave's old farm and go check out that. I guess we're not just going to check it out. I'm going to take it off the property at his request anyways, because if we don't want it, he's asked if he could park it on our lot, and then he's got a couple other people that would come and look at it, but they just couldn't get there right away, which is why he called me to see if I could get there right away. Then it would be helpful for him, because it would be off the property and he wouldn't lose the opportunity to sell it, and those the new buyers wouldn't just get a free animal transport anyway. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. I swear, man, it's just, you just got to talk to people, and then opportunities just pop up. I remember the other day driving by, it was locked up pretty tight, like there's a gate. So obviously I don't have the key to it, but he did tell me that there's a, so remember that field we went through to get the baler? So we just have to basically loop around there, and he's got like a bit of a cut in the hedges that he always used, so we can go down that way. So we should be good. When I was talking to the guy, the contractor that put in the grass dryer there, I'm still amazed at the amount of work that was done here this morning. Yeah, I was telling the guy that I'm going to be putting in like buying pigs and stuff, and he said, well, if you ever, he's got a couple options for like pig food, a pig food building. So instead of a trailer, I guess you could make your pig food in a building, I guess. So I don't really understand it. He said he would show me an example of it if I got to the point where I was interested. But I'm hoping that what we can find is a feed mixer that can be used both for pigs and for cows. At least at the beginning here. Eventually we'll likely want one for pigs and one for cows, so that way we can always have a mix ready to go. But at the beginning, it'd be nice if we had something that we could use for both. I'm sure there's something available. Our first pallet of something on the end there. I wonder if that's corn, maybe. All right, so really what I want to do is kind of go like diagonal here. Because I want to see how much grass we pull off of this. So basically everything to the side of what I just ran there. Yeah, like that. Let's see how much grass we pull off of this end. This like tiny little hill, eh? This tractor wagon combo would not work on that hill back there. It would be tipping over. I wouldn't be able to get up the hill. It wouldn't be good at all. Look at the deer over there. They must be hanging out near the barbecue. Did they not realize that I was barbecuing venison? Guys, yeah, I would run too. I was wondering, also, when I was running around the mower, I started thinking about that wheat field. I wonder how much straw we're going to pull off of that. How many bales do you think we're going to get? How many liters of wheat or of straw? Man, we're going to be making, we'll be making some money. Like I'm watching, you know, obviously the money is depleting. But you know, when we get cows up and running and they start making milk, that is going to be a substantial income boost for us. We're gonna have so much silage. I know, granted, I mean, in this part of the world, with the economy being so difficult, our silage is not worth a ton. I mean, well, I guess it's twofold, right? It's supply, because there's just so much grass in the area here that it's not like, you know, silage is hard to come by, and just, you know, the economy here is such a challenge. So the that combination, you know, our top price for silage on a good day is not even close to the bottom price in other regions, which is crazy. It'd be cool if we could take our silage and ship it somewhere, but the cost would just be too much. Got another message there. I thought maybe it was Dave, but I just took a quick. I don't recognize the number, but not Dave. Yeah, I like Dave. Wonder if Dave's got anything else kicking around that old farm. Well, you know what? Knowing Dave, he would have said something, because I don't think Dave was one to shy away from making a buck. I hope this trailer is in. You know, some people say like, oh yeah, it's in decent shape, and then you show up and their version of decent shape is not anywhere close to the rest of the world's. He did although no, you know, actually, sorry, we do have a bit of an idea of what. Of how Dave thinks, because we did buy his baler that was abandoned in the field there, and got it running, right? Actually, you know, sorry, my brain goes everywhere. So now that we are dealing with loose grass, right, and our hay dryer there, we could potentially sell that Vermeer round baler, get back the money we put into it. Plus, I mean, I think I looked and we're already to the good on Black Book. We may be able to make, you know, 10 or 15 grand on it if there was somebody looking for one, and then dump that money into a square baler, because I think there's like I've seen like a John Deere makes a pretty basic square baler and I think it's like 12 grand. Maybe that's an idea. Because then we can do square bales for a straw. We deal with the loose grass like this for the hay and the silage. I really think we're going to need, well, it'll coincide with a bigger tractor, obviously, but I think we're going to need a bigger forage wagon here, because the trips to empty this thing, like if we could double the amount of time between having to empty this, it would just be so much better. Yeah, I like that idea. Well, we don't really have to worry about that, and for I guess what, a month, like next month, July, I think, is when we harvest wheat. July and or August, depending on when the wheat went in, I think is what when harvest is. So as long as I have somebody to buy the baler before, I'm sure I can always get a new baler. Like it's not like those are going to be hard to come by. So all I really need is just a buyer for ours. Or maybe they want it at the dealership, but I think if I can sell it privately, I'll make more money. Geez, we're approaching 100,000. So what's that? That's the next load that we put in there is going to get us to, yeah, we're at like 90,000 already. Oh, I don't even know what number load this is. We are cruising and cruising and cruising. So this should pretty much, we'll double check here, but I think this should take us to 250,000 liters in the dryer. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, so there's two. Be pretty close, wouldn't it? I want to test the theory about how much we can fit in there, whether it's 250 liters of grass plus 250 liters of hay, or if it's just 250 liters of stuff. I think it's the of stuff, not both, but we'll try to jam this last little bit. So this would be, so far I've been working the area that I thought I would want to just leave as grass. I don't know how much grass or silage and hay we're going to need to feed cows. I don't know how fast they're going to go through it. I don't know how much is too much. So I don't know, like, is 250,000 liters of hay I don't know if that's going to carry me for a year, 1 year, 2 years. I have no idea. But I want to make sure we have enough. What I was thinking was that I would maybe keep this whole area as grass, like this, all the, like the, basically everything in this field. Ah, shoot, actually, that means that hill over there would probably also have to stay as grass. And then I may just loosen the old purse strings there and call up Willie and buy that corner lot off him. It's the one over across the road there. It's connected by a hedge to the field that we already have across the road. Sorry, the one that we're talking about putting canola in, or I was talking about it. I guess you weren't talking. You guys were so quiet. But yeah. Anyway, so sorry. I've been driving around circles for hours. I'm starting to lose my mind. So if we take that field, if we had those two fields there, knocked out the hedge, and then just had that as a big combined arable field, then that might work well for us. And then we just keep all of our grass over here. Okay, so if my theory, if it's a max 250 regardless of what it is, then it won't take all of this. Oh yeah, no, it's 250 grass and 250 hay. Okay, well look, that's 250,000 liters of hay. That does not really help me figure out what we're doing. I don't want to plant that little field up there in the corner is going to be difficult. Whoa. The one on the other side of the hedge in front of us there, that's going to be difficult if we decide that we want to plant that field. It's just with the hill. I don't know if the harvester is going to get up and down the hill. It might have a better chance of getting up and down the hill than this tractor, but so I kind of think it has to stay grass. Maybe what we're doing is a portion, just a smaller portion of the field that we're taking grass off right now becomes an arable. We plant it, and then I don't know. Lots of thinking. It may be a game day decision, actually. But I do think I like the idea of buying that field across the road, and then that would be the end of our field purchases. At that point, I think we would have all the property we would need to run a successful pig and dairy farm, I believe. We'll make sense of it. Yeah, I think it will be a game day decision that we deal with. Gosh, look at those pallets. I know what I'll be doing after breakfast. Tomorrow, not today. I don't really need to pay attention too much now how much more grass we take off. I just really wanted to see kind of how much grass was going to come out of that field, and now I just know we're going to get so we'll get at least 250,000 liters every cut, because our grass field is going to be all that we just did right here, and then that little bit plus whatever else we keep of the field off to the left up here. So I know that we'll get at least 250,000 liters. Plus, I got to consider the fact that I still have not applied any fertilizer to any of this grass. So this is basically just, Mother Nature's gift. She says growing grass, and we haven't done anything with the field. So I'm probably going to have to get, there's a business in town that'll come out and run, they'll take samples of your field and then let you know kind of what you're dealing with, so you can basically farm smarter. It'll enable you to use less fertilizer, and depending on the soil composition, that kind of stuff. So I think we might do that. I don't know how much money it is. If it's really expensive, then we will not be doing that, but anyways, we got to look into that. And then really we should fertilize the grass, because we would probably get more than that section I was talking about over there where I got 250,000 liters. We'd probably get more. And keep my eye on the time too, because if it starts to get a little bit late or dark, I guess I want to go. I still want to get over to the farm there, to Dave's old farm, and pick up that cattle trailer. No worries of it disappearing this evening, because those people don't close the deal until the morning, so they won't get the keys. So it's still legally Dave's place today, but I want to get there with some daylight. I don't really want to start tomorrow off having to pick up grass. I'd like to start tomorrow with a plow attached to my tractor. I don't know if that's going to be possible. We still have to buy a plow, obviously. 13,000. So this pallet over here, I guess I'd be crazy to not think that that's corn. It's like neon yellow. Yeah, that sure looks like corn. And by geez, we have a lot of everything else. I want to see how the water distributor is doing too. I wonder if it's chewed through all the water yet. I just noticed something. The contractor, when he came through here, said he was running low on this sort of like scraped cement, and it looks like he used some old cobblestone too. That's cool. I don't mind that. I noticed it over here. I think we're gonna make this the last load before we run over to Dave's farm there, because it is 6:30. I just noticed as I was driving through the lot there, coming back after dropping the last load into the silo, that see the shadows. My headlights are starting to pick up a little bit more there, so I started to realize that the light might be dropping quickly here. So I think we're gonna do that, and then like I still have all of the grass on the other side of the road to pick up, plus the grass here and the grass behind us. So there's a ton of work still to do, and I might just keep doing that really late, and then we can regroup in the next episode slash the next day of our lives here, and see where we're at. But we'll get this to 13,000 liters. We're gonna have a ton of silage and hay, and like I said, I have no idea how much. We don't even have cows yet. We already have so much. We may end up selling some silage. Even if we sold 100,000 liters, we'll probably still have 300,000 or 400,000 liters of silage. Plus, it's June, so there's going to be another cut. And if we buy that new field off of Willie across the road there, then we're going to get to mow that lawn too. So we're going to have a lot of grass. So here, let's go dump this. Oh no, don't tip over. See what I mean? This thing just tips like crazy. I laugh at those pylons there. Those contractors were bugging me about being a bad driver. I ran over one of their tool bags, so they I guess as a joke they decided it'd be funny to put all that up there. They put this pylon here, all the pylons there. Like, come on guys. They even they put a flashing. Oh, there's the beacon. Not flashing, but they put one of those beacons right there. Nice. Anyways, okay, so look, we have 232,000 liters already, and another 168. So what is that? 400,000? Yeah, basically almost 400,000 on the nose. Potential silage in here. That is a lot. And over here we've got really 250,000 to 260 basically. So that doesn't mean I'm going to stop putting it into these, but I think what we're going to do right now is let's disconnect that. Let's go for a drive. Oh no, really? I think it's been, like I said, a day of just driving around in circles. It would be bad if I dumped this too. Spread the forks. I'm surprised I didn't die. That should have crushed me. We need that tractor. That's our high horsepower tractor. Oh, the Massey saves the day. Thank you. Let's leave this right here. Wow. Okay. Let's get a move on. I don't know what time it's going to be dark. Wow, that was crazy. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty solid day, though, if you think about it. We got a ton of grass mowed. Got all the work done. Those contractors, man, that was a busy morning. It was like a freaking army showed up and built a village. It was wild. The farm is looking good. Like, oh, police back there. Like, the changes that we've made, the walls we've taken out, the hedges we've taken down, the expansion of the fields. Like, I really like the way it is shaping up. You know, we add that field across the road, get rid of that hedge, and we'll have everything we need. Like, we'll get this loan paid off. We'll be laughing. I still think it was the right way to do it. I mean, I could have come here with the 100 grand only that I had, but we wouldn't have been able to buy the farm. We wouldn't have been able to capitalize on some of these deals that are popping up. You know, so it's, and you know, we're not spending money for the sake of spending money. We're spending money to make money, right? All this stuff that we're buying, it's, you know, it's not like I bought myself a Rolls Royce and I cruise around town. We're literally buying stuff to help us build a farm, and with the intention of that farm then generating dollars. So it's good. All right, so the farm is up on the left-hand side. Somebody's got themselves a nice farm. I don't know what shed. He said it's one of the sheds around the back. I don't know what shed that's going to be, but we'll find out. All right, so we're down the alleyway here. He said basically the same field that that the baler was in, but on the farm side. And then we just got to look for a break in the hedges, I guess. Looks cool with those windmills way off in the distance. Look, this field needs to be mowed. A break in the hedges, eh? Okay, I'm not seeing a break in the hedges. Is Dave all right? Oh, okay, break in the hedges. What, just cruise? Oh, okay, there's a road. Let's see if we just cruise down through the trees. Okay, so let's drive in. It's just packed with buildings here. Nothing. Well, that's a nice big shed. Silos, nothing. Oh, that's just you got a back end. That's not great. I'd have a hard time with that. Oh, here you go. Ooh. He's a little beat. Oh, yeah, I can see what you mean. That door does need work. Yeah, it looks like it needs some TLC, and yeah, the door does look like it's fallen off. So that would need some work. He said it'll roll, but the bearings are need to be done. Let's go pick it up anyways. We want to get it out of here. I mean, like we said, regardless of whether we buy it or he sells it to somebody else, it's got to get out of here. Let me get that door put up. Oh, there we go. Went up. Geez, this was probably a nice trailer when it was new. I can't even tell. It's like a green color, I think. Is the tractor the right thing to bring here? I guess so. Am I going to be able to pull this up the hill? Got to run at it. And yes, we're good. We're good. We're good. Let's keep going. Let's get out of here. I don't want to get stuck in this field. We'll take a look at it when we get out to the laneway here. Well, actually, we'll be in the shade. We'll get it back to the farm, and then we'll be able to see it in the light. I just don't want to stop on the hill here and have to get going again, and for fear that I might not be able to get going again. Cool. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I kind of have this hunch that regardless of what the condition is, we're gonna pay Dave his $6 grand and own this thing. I mean, the alternative is, he said a trailer like this is like $20,000 or $21,000, and then tax and all the rest of the stuff. So the alternative to giving him $6,000 and then, you know, the bearings and the like the parts we're gonna need, it may cost us a couple grand, but you know, even if it costs us $4 grand, we're under 10. We'll have a perfectly functioning trailer, even though it's beat up, and we'll save ourselves 10 grand. Like, I'll do that all day long. I don't need a fancy trailer. You know, well, let's take a quick look at it in the sun here. That's nice. Shovel and a broom. Got chocks in the front. Tires look decent. Where are we gonna park this thing? I need an easy parking job. Somewhere that's easy to park. Let's try the sheds at the back over here. Could be a little tight trying to get it in. Could be a little tight trying to get it into the other side though. Although there's room. The sheds have room. Oh, maybe, you know what? We'll put it where that slurry thing was, and then we'll work on this in the next day. It's not like we're buying animals immediately, so that's good. Now when we want to get animals, we'll have that. And then, yeah, I was thinking we might have to sell this. I like this baler, but man, if we can make a couple bucks on it and pick ourselves up a square baler and for the straw, and could be the way to go. We'll have to get this thing cleaned up though. Ugh. The PTO is gross. All right. Well, you know what? I am going to carry on with the grass. Hopefully I'll get it all picked up before nighttime, and we'll see you in the next episode. I think we accomplished a lot today. Obviously I gotta have to figure out a process for moving all those pallets. Let's just quickly sneak over there and see what the deal is with all those pallets. Because it looks like these, at least the potato and beet production is going to be ridiculous. Wait. Yeah, because these are all 1,000-liter pallets. Potatoes, beets, rocking them beets. So we basically have 3,000 liters of potatoes and 4,000 liters of beets. Let's go on. Before we go, I know it's always like one more thing, right? Before we go, let's just go online and see how much that's actually worth. All right, scroll down. Potatoes are, not really worth much. A high of a couple $100. Sugar beets, yeah, high of $140. So they're not really worth much, but they are worth it to the pigs. So I just don't know how much. Anyway, so all right. Well, with that, I'm going to go probably clean up a little bit after touching that trailer, and then I will get back out in the field to pick up the grass. I'll get those pallets moved into the storage. And then I will see you all in the next episode. I like the way this is shaping up. I really enjoy this map. I'm curious to see what will happen when we're no longer in build mode, i.e. We've owned the fields we're gonna own and whatnot, and you know, we start wrestling with animals. I'll be curious to see how this plays at that point. I think this farm's gonna feel alive, to be honest with you. We'll have lots of stuff to do. We'll have animals to kind of play with. play with, and things should be kind of cool. So I'm gonna park right here before I run in to wash my hands. So I'm gonna say see you later right now, and thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.